Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/secretspiceoflife. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.
Hey, what is going on, you variety-loving people? Hope you had some spice to your day. Welcome back to Secret Spice of Life. We're your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jordan.
And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. Well, hope your New Year's resolutions are going well. What, 2 weeks into the year?
Yeah, just about 2 full weeks.
Yeah. But, well, we finished U2 or U Season 2. I don't know.
U2 sounds better.
Yeah, U2 sounds better. But, I finished that. I finished it, like, last weekend, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But, it was, it's quite the roller coaster, as always.
Did you think it was better than the first season, or no?
Yes.
I did too. I thought there was more twists than the first season. Like, the first season was just kind of him straight on, like, stalking this woman and killing everybody that tried to be, like, friends with her and stuff.
Yeah.
But this season was a little bit different.
Mm.
Like, I mean, like, they did fill in the places that were left open after the first season. You know how he helped the little kid out in the 1st season. Like, they filled it in with a girl coming.
Oh, like support character wise.
Yeah, they filled it with the girl coming in and with her sister, like, as the technical parent, I guess, that he helps out.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously his love interest is filled in.
Yeah.
Like, they have some things, but like he doesn't, like, just go around and murder people that are, like, friends with her this time, like he did in the last season.
Yeah. How many people? Yeah, that was a question that I was asked. How many people did he kill in the first season? Was it 4?
He just killed one of her friends, right? One of her friends, and he killed her boyfriend. Or not her boyfriend, but was that her agent or something?
He has her agent, yeah.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, yeah.
Or was that her boyfriend?
As her agent.
He killed some other random dude that was her boyfriend or something before, I thought.
Really?
Wasn't it? I don't know. Didn't he?
He killed
He killed the stepdad or whatever.
Yeah, the
of
cop,
kid.
yeah.
He wasn't a cop, was he?
He was. He's a parole officer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He killed him. Killed the dude in the box at the beginning. He, like, poisons him or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
Or
That's the guy that was her agent, I thought, or whatever, wasn't it?
No, that was her boyfriend. That was
Beck.
Yeah, Beck's boyfriend. And then he killed the parole officer, Beck's boyfriend. He killed
Her friend. I forgot.
the agent, Candace's agent. Does that count?
Candace's agent.
No, yeah. Well, they were counting people like that, like flashback kills that he did. He pushed that dude off a building. Remember?
Oh, he did. That's right. Shit, I forgot about that whole. Yeah. Freaking yeah. What was Candace's friend, or not Candace? Beck's friend's name. The one. The one that found out about him and then he killed her.
Oh, Oh man, I know her name.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, her. What's that? 5 then?
4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
He kill anybody else? I feel like he did. Well, he killed Beck at the end.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess, dude. Did he actually kill her? You think? I said that question still wasn't completely answered.
Oh yeah, they had a funeral for her.
But the way. Oh, I guess he did try. Okay,
Yeah.
So they did explain that, because I was gonna say if he left Candace alive, then there's a chance he left Beck alive, but he didn't try to leave Candace alive. He made a mistake and didn't kill her.
Yeah. Well,
he
they
thought
should.
she was dead and he left her.
So
And,
he didn't kill Candace. That doesn't count.
So he did kill Beck then. I guess that question was answered there. That was the only real question from the end of the first season. And I like how they go back and...
Whoa, what the hell is this?
What?
I was looking at season 1 cast, and the girl who plays freaking, what's her name? The little girl, Ellie, is that her name?
Yeah.
And she's in the first season.
Huh? No, she's not.
Is this her?
Are you sure it doesn't just have the entire series?
Isn't that her?
That's her.
Yeah, but it says she plays,
She's not in the first season.
They
They probably just have the series cast or something.
But they have Gwen, or they have back Candace. Oh, they do have it.
It's just the entire series probably they have cast. I was
I
gonna say she definitely wasn't in the first season.
I can't find Peaches. Isn't that her friend? Peaches is
Is
Beck's
that
friend.
one? I
Yeah.
know one of them. Or was that,
Yeah,
was that name?
that's Peaches.
He
Yeah.
didn't kill any more of her friends, did he? The
No,
other
just
two he left alone.
the other two were just dumb.
Yeah, but this season, holy shit, it was crazy because he gets mixed up in the black market. He has to get his identity changed and stuff, and then he, instead of getting his identity changed, he steals the guy's identity that changes people's identities.
Spoiler alert, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit.
I know.
If we're doing an episode,
I know. I just feel like I have to say it.
Yeah, but he friggin' takes. Wait, did I say kills the guy? He doesn't kill the guy, but
No,
he
he just
friggin'
takes his
just takes him
identity.
and kidnaps him and puts him in the box. And it's funny how he gets a storage unit and puts a fucking like big plastic box inside of it and stuff, and like nobody ever like questions what he does.
Nobody goes to storage units.
Yeah, but he goes to the storage unit very, very often, dude. Do you think they'd start questioning it after a while? Like,
well, he's new there too, so
I guess, but like that's pretty. I feel like that's sort of sus.
yeah. How'd he get a storage unit without any identity?
He used that one guy's identity, the guy that he stole.
But he already had that box there to put him in it.
How do you know he did? He might have just built the shit.
Mm.
And then he freaking puts him in there, and the guy starts having like withdrawals or whatever from.
Yeah.
What the hell does he have? He has like does he have diabetes or something, or sugar problems or something? He starts dying from something, or is it just he gets sick because he's like not eating?
He needs drugs. That's right. He was like a junkie.
Was he?
Yeah, he took like these special pills. Remember, we went and got like a huge sack of those pills.
Oh,
from
that's
dude.
right. That's right. Well, I thought he was I thought he wanted him to deal him. I thought he was a dealer or something. But he said the guy owes me like 50 grand or whatever, and then he goes and just gives him a bag of pills.
Yeah.
Like the freaking guy that he ran into at that party was a fucking weirdo. He was like he thought he was a different person or something. He was ready to clap him. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Joe's like, what the hell, dude? He's like, what the fuck's this dude doing? And then he just hands him a bag of pills when he has a Speedo on or whatever, dude.
Oh my god. But I think it's funny when he runs into the one dude who owes that dude money. He's like, hey, he's like William, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm whoever. And he's like, nice to meet you. He's like, hey, he's like, I know I owe you that money or whatever. Joe was saying that. He's like, yeah. And he's like, he freaking takes him and like cuts his pinky off. And he's like, when I get my money, you can have this back.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude! He cut his fucking finger right off.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was definitely a mafia guy or something.
Just fucking crazy. But and freaking like he goes to get. He says like 12 hours for him to get like sewed back on or whatever for it to be where.
I thought he gave him like 36, didn't he? Or something?
Is it 36?
I don't know.
I don't
Or
know.
maybe it was only 12 hours. Might have been like within the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously he doesn't come back with the money.
Yeah.
He gets a bunch of drugs and has no money to give him, and then the guy comes back and he takes him to the storage unit and kills him.
Yeah. First death of the freaking show.
Kills him.
Like what are they 2 episodes
Gets his
in?
pinky back. Wait, does he take his pinky back? Or
Yeah,
no?
he gets it sewed back on. Yeah.
I guess I never even really paid attention after that.
Yeah.
That's fucked though. Dude said he cut it off and had to get it sewed back.
Mhm.
No, wait, could he though? I didn't think he could.
No, he did. They knew that surgeon that did the stuff. Right?
Oh, that's
that
right.
dude
That's
knew
right.
him,
That's
and
right.
then
Yeah, the
and
black market surge.
and what's his name? I'm drawing blanks on names. The celebrity.
Crystal Delia or whatever his name is. Or-
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but he ran into
Oh, Hendy. That's his
Henny
Henderson.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he ran into him at a party with Delilah, or did we agree on that? Or is it Delaney? I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
You get me mixed up.
I always
with
get it
names,
mixed
too,
up.
'cause you
I'm
say the
terrible
wrong
with
name,
names.
and
Dude.
then I don't
I'm
know the
absolutely
name.
terrible.
I don't know
with
the name
names.
to begin with. Dude, I gotta start just like pulling up the episode cast and just putting it on or just leaving it on here.
Yeah.
U2 season 2. Oh, U2 cast. There we go. It comes up like that too.
Yeah.
Oh, of course it doesn't say the character names underneath.
It
them on
doesn't?
the cast. No. 1 second. It shouldn't on IMDb. What the frick? What the hell is this? Oh, there we go. It doesn't show them in like episodes or seasons. It just shows them like total. Who the hell's... Oh, Luca's the kid from the... Or Luca Padovan Ipako. He's the kid from the first season. Where the hell is she at? Oh, there she is. Yeah, it's Delilah.
Okay. So Delilah, because she's Henderson hooks him up with the dude for his finger or whatever.
Yeah.
Said I know a guy. But yeah. So that one dude, I can't even remember his name. Is it? I feel like it's like Philip.
Which one?
Do you get stabbed in the throat?
The
dude cut Joe's
Russian
pinky off.
or Russian mob dude, whatever the hell he is.
I don't think he's a Russian mob. He seemed like a
Close enough.
freaking.
He's probably not like even on this cast list because he's only in 1 or 2 episodes or something.
Yeah.
He's probably Phil.
Phil.
Did
Is
you
it
just say Phil?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that might be him. See?
That's
I
like
don't
the
know.
whitest
There is
thing
a
I could-
person named Phil, so I'm gonna take your word for it. And he's in 2 episodes, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna take
that's-
the word for it.
That's definitely
On
Phil.
that one.
No.
The guy doesn't. The guy looks like, or the headshot that they show on IMDb looks like it's about 30 years old, but freaking the 40s headshot on IMDb, dude. He looks like he's a kid, and like he's shaved and shit, and he has like
Yeah.
curly hair and stuff. Dude, it doesn't even look like him at all.
Jesus.
I was like, what the hell? Like all these people's headshots are like 10 years old.
Yeah, but then well, I feel like this show has a lot of ups and downs of like Joe's emotions. Like,
Wait, question though, before we go into more stuff, do you think he's a better person in this season than he was in the first season?
I feel like that's a question. Let's talk this entire thing
Okay,
through, and
we'll-
then
we'll
I'll
bring
have a
up this
better
question.
answer for you.
I have that question, and then I have another question at the end too, like
Okay.
a couple of like complete story questions.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's been like an emotional roller coaster for Joe, especially in this season. Because last season he was pretty like even-headed the entire time.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything like crazy, and or nothing like crazy really happened to him, except like the ending was like the only like crazy thing. And but he like he's like had to move to a new place. His fucking ex-girlfriend's like after him. Which I never did see how he got away. I don't think I ever saw that flashback of how he got away.
Yeah, they should. They were sitting in a coffee shop talking. You
Yeah, and
saw
he
that
ran.
part, right?
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
He took off. Yeah.
Yeah, but she called him on the phone and said you might not want to leave, and he just like stood there, and the flashback cut.
No,
And-
that wasn't it. No, she called him when he was already in Los Angeles, getting in the taxi, and she's like, I'm fine. She was telling him who she was gonna find him and stuff or whatever.
Oh.
And then he threw his phone on the ground and like broke it or whatever.
I thought that was still in like New York.
I didn't think.
I thought so. I thought it was like as soon as he left, like the coffee shop. But anyways, yeah. But then up and down, he's in a new place, getting chased by his new girlfriend. That he doesn't know that she followed him yet. But and then he's trying to be a good person, like he said. He said I'm not gonna be like in the girls or like anything or be like attached to people.
Yeah.
And he lives by himself, like in a 1-bedroom apartment, like with all these like teenagers basically, and freaking. And then he's just like staying low, being like good, like on his best behavior.
Yeah.
And then he sees Love like in the shop. And he's like, oh, and
Well,
she asked him
she initiated the
yeah,
conversation.
that's her
though,
fault. That
which
was
screwed-
her fault.
That
yeah.
was screwed
Yeah,
to begin
the way
with.
she initiated it too. She like threw it all out there.
She said, "Do you think this looks like a butt?"
Yeah, that's
was
so
like,
funny.
oh
I
my
was like,
God.
oh, that's us.
And then of course, dude, he turns to himself and
Yeah.
freaking throws.
He's
some,
like, I should just stop now. He's like, I don't have to
Yeah.
engage
Yeah.
in this conversation. He's like talking. I think that's hilarious when Joe talks in his head.
No, they do that with her in one episode too, though, don't they, or something?
Yeah. Well, it's that episode.
Is it that
Yeah,
episode?
and I called it right there. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Like, cause they only do that when people are fucking like crazy and shit. Like they're talking in
Well,
their
they
head.
did that with Back too, didn't they? In an episode in the first season, I saw that.
Oh
did,
yeah,
like,
but
near the
there's
end
their
or
writing. It was
something.
like their writing and
Yeah, I
stuff
thought
like
they
that.
did
Yeah.
at the end or something. But yeah, they. I don't know, man. Like the thoughts he has in his head are like just so weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes
He thinks like so like
like you're like, well, he thinks like as like a normal person sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I can't be doing this, can't be doing this, and then he says something that's like complete opposite of what he's thinking,
yeah.
and then it screws up the whole situation.
Yeah. And then did he meet her before he killed Phil or it was after he killed Phil before I mean
That was the
because
first
he
episode,
still
yeah.
worked there when that's where he got his finger cut off was at work.
Yeah, when he walked
Yeah.
outside, yeah, because oh my god, that was crazy. I still can't believe he cut his finger off, but
Yeah.
Yeah, when he runs into her at the store, that's the first episode, right? That's the beginning, isn't it? Or is it not? What do they show at the Oh, they show him moving to LA and stuff at the
Yeah.
beginning, like finding his apartment and
Mhm.
shit. And then and then he runs into her when he goes shopping.
Yeah.
That's funny. Then he gets a job there to soccer, dude. Like
Yeah.
I like it. Like nothing improved from the first season.
Yeah.
Dude, you can change cities, but you can't change. the
Yeah, he's
man.
still in a bookstore and everything.
Yeah. He's like, is that 40 that come or no? The guy that interviews him. What's the black dude's name?
Man. I don't know. Like I said, a terrible.
He
names.
comes up to him and like says, "Have you ever worked at a bookstore?" Or,
Yeah.
or like, "Do you like books?" or something like
Yeah.
that. Or because he sees that he has knowledge about books because he was talking to him
Yeah.
about it or something. He's like, "Have you ever worked at a bookstore?" And then he like thinks in his head, he's like, "This is perfect." Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but you remember he plays out that interview though to get a job there. You remember they go back and like show like the inside that he brought that specific book with him. I can't remember what book it is.
Yeah.
But and then he has like a really like in-depth like explanation about the meaning of life like through it or whatever.
Yeah,
that
it's
dude
funny as
he
fuck.
knew that dude liked that book, but 40 didn't like that he liked that book or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Oh my
I was
God.
like, Jesus Christ. He's like 7 steps ahead.
He knows how to do it, dude. And he's been.
He's
doing
like
it.
really careful. That's why.
That's because he's a freaking sociopath. That's why, dude. He knows how to do
Hey
it.
man, if that's what gets you up in the morning.
That's fucked up. But yeah. Then he gets the job there, and obviously begins his stalking process.
Yeah.
He finds out that her apartment is like not too far from
It's
his,
across.
and
It's
he
like across like the highway.
puts his telescope on
Yeah.
her freaking porch. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
That's sus as hell.
And then when she comes there later on, she's like, "Oh, you can see my place from here."
Yeah.
Like that's not sus
That's-
or
yeah.
anything that he has. His
She knew.
telescope
She
right
she
on
what
your
she knew.
place.
She said that
probably
she-
did.
well, later, no,
we're
she
not
came-
talking about that yet.
Okay.
Because like she probably did know, but like she didn't like say anything because
I didn't know, but she does come out and say that she knew.
Huh?
She comes out and says that she knew that he was watching her.
Yeah, I know, but like
Eh.
we're not supposed to be talking about.
Okay, what I was saying.
Yeah, but what else were we saying there? Like the beginning's just like kind of the first couple episodes are kind of slow, to be honest. Like it's just him.
I mean,
going
it's
through
building.
his process.
It's building the characters and story.
Yeah, it's him going through his process, trying to find out who's who and
Mhm.
trying to make friends and stuff,
Yeah,
and then and keeping the guy in the box alive
yeah.
before he lets him go and sends him off to Dominican Republic or wherever he went, or Puerto Rico or wherever.
Yeah, I think it's Puerto Rico. Yeah.
I don't even know, to be honest. I'm just saying an island.
No,
country.
yeah, I think that's where it was. Puerto
It
Rico.
was somewhere, and then he paid some lady online like 50 grand or whatever, or something, didn't he?
Huh?
What did he pay the lady? Like he said he meant the lady on or the lady online or whatever.
He gave her like
gave her a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And then he was engaged to her, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he has to go
I think
down there.
it's hilarious.
I thought he was getting catfished, dude. When I first
Oh,
heard
yeah,
him
me
say
too.
that, I'm like, oh damn, he's getting catfished
Yeah.
for his
I
money.
well, that's so funny that like Joe locked him in a box and like took his identity and fucking he's just fine. He just like left the country.
Well,
just
he's a
fine.
freaking he works in the black market, so I'm sure he deals with people that are fucking psychopaths all the time.
Yeah, I
probably.
guess. But they're like
So
friends.
He's probably used to it. I mean, like if you think about it though, like I always say, I'm like, oh, Joe's not a killer, though. He's
Yeah.
not a killer unless somebody does something like out of control.
Oh yeah, and when he doesn't have control of the situation.
Yeah,
he'll fucking kill
when
someone.
he loses control, he loses
Yeah.
his mind.
Yeah.
That's it. Like he knew he had control over that guy, and I can't believe he trusted him though. He trusted some guy that works in the black market that he's never met. I mean, I guess he could have framed that dude big
Well-
time and fucking like really
Oh,
put him in jail.
I
too,
think
but-
Will, the actual Will,
Yeah.
talked him into being like a good person, like because he said he like knows that he has like good intentions, like he saw like through like the bullshit.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that he just let him go though. And then there's other people that he couldn't let go because he
Yeah.
didn't trust them.
Yeah.
But Will's the guy that he trusts. The guy that works in the black market's the guy that he trusts out of everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess that guy has to keep a lot of sus shit secret, like
Yeah,
for him
he
to
has
be
too
able
much
to
to
do his
lose.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he like becomes friends with Delilah and her sister and stuff, which I mean, like the relationship with the freaking little sister gets kind of sus because people like they I don't know. She even freaks out on him one time for following her around when he sees her at that party with Henderson or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. And like everybody thinks he's following her and shit. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, she fucking when they first introduced her, she was hitting on him. Remember?
Oh yeah, but like
Yeah.
not really though.
Yeah,
I
she-
think she was just playing
I
around.
know,
with him.
but
because she
he's
thought he
like-
was a weirdo. I think,
Yeah,
at
but yeah,
first.
and he was like, how old are you? And she's like, what? She's like 16 or something.
15.
Yeah,
She's
he's
freaking
like,
screams
he's
at
like,
her.
have a nice day.
And then he tries to walk away, and then she keeps talking.
Yeah. She's his fucking hip mentor to keep him.
Yeah,
him
and then
in
she tries to help him with his Instagram life. Or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you look, or how do you show your lifestyle or whatever on Instagram and or on your social media?
Yeah.
Because he had to remake all of his socials because he changed his name,
Mhm.
and he obviously couldn't post on Joe's Instagram,
Yeah.
or he'd be screwed.
Yeah, and she says that he doesn't have to put his face in anything. He can just take pictures of like books.
And
or
that's what he
whatever.
did too.
Yeah.
He went around like took pictures of every place that he went to,
Uh-huh.
dude, and like just put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
That was funny as fuck.
That's like-
He is such a 100% sociopath, dude. That it's fucked, dude.
No,
He literally does everything that like, I don't know, like everything sus, dude. Like he does everything so like one person notices him, dude. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah, he's obsessive. He's like OCD.
Like he literally created a fake fucking alias, dude. He freaking created an Instagram with just a bunch of random ass pictures on it,
Yeah.
just so some one person would notice him, dude.
Yeah.
And he freaking like, I don't know, he just stalks people and finds out all their interests and stuff, dude. That's
Yeah.
fucked. I was like, holy shit.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like it's funny. It's
Well,
just
because everybody,
crazy, dude.
well, that shows that like everything you put on the internet it says like something about you, and people can like basically figure out who you are based on like what you put up or what you search or anything like that.
Yeah. Yes.
That's crazy. But he freaking does that for like everybody, like her friends, people that he's like gonna meet and stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
like
yeah,
he did
yeah.
it like for 40.
Yeah.
He did.
When he met her friends for the first time,
yeah.
like after they were together, he acted like he didn't know what they were talking about and stuff.
Yeah.
But he knew because he did like research on all of them because they
Yeah.
went back and showed it's like whatever their name was, and then it just shows like stuff about them and
Uh-huh.
everything. I was like, that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
He goes back and researches everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh man.
At least he's prepared.
Yeah.
But then what? I guess Candace comes to town.
Oh yeah. She comes. First he makes friends with like 40 and stuff first.
Oh yeah,
with,
well yeah.
What's her name, dude? What's the girl's
Love?
name? Love. Yeah, Jesus God, I completely forgot what her name
Oh
was.
yeah,
for a
it's
second.
funny. It's funny. That was like the perfect like opening to like the show. Oh, not opening to the show, but like opening to like introducing Love. He's
Yeah.
like I'm not out here looking for. And she's like my name's Love, and then he's like that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
funny
he
as hell.
literally got fucked in like every way.
You know how he talks in his like how he says things about it. It's like you like he like ends stuff
Yeah.
with you all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's funny how people put that shit on like Twitter and stuff now. Like they'll say something like they'll take a picture of Joe with like some random hat on,
Mm.
dude. Like there was this one that I saw in like West Virginia's like bar
Yeah,
page
I
the other
see
day.
that, yeah.
He had the hat on. He was talking about like some girl or something. I was like,
Oh
that's
yeah,
funny
they had
as
one
hell.
for Penn State, dude. And fucking you leave like these certain places, like the places he was talking about are like at Penn State. Like it's it's funny.
That's what they did with the
Yeah.
West Virginia one. Dude. I was like, that's funny as hell.
funny.
And then he just ends it with like something about the person or whatever.
Yeah,
It's fun.
that one that ended like the one that I was reading. He's like you order a pizza, but you pass out before you get it, and he's like, but I'm taking care of you or whatever. That's so
That's
fucked.
funny, man.
Yeah, people that come up with that stuff are hilarious.
Like I wonder what kind of like life that the guy that plays Joe as, dude, because like I wonder if people actually think he's like
Probably.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
people
you know
are
how some people
crazy.
are, dude. Like I
People
wouldn't
are
judge
crazy.
somebody based
Yeah.
on the person that they're playing.
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
character. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, but there's people out there that probably think, oh my god, like this
Oh,
person's
yeah.
really like fucked or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I
mean,
but he used to be. Michael said he used to be in what's it called? What's that show that Michael watches?
I was gonna say Pretty Little Liars. That's not it.
Oh hell no, not that one. What's the
um,
other one? The one with Blake Lively and stuff.
I know what you're
She
talking
used to be
about.
in it or
I
whatever.
don't know, man.
I don't even know. I can't remember either. Ah, Jesus, I can't remember. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Though,
Yeah.
At least. I guess apparently he used to be in that before he was in this show.
Oh yeah, he was. I guess right. That's what Michael said too.
Yeah. Was it? Wait, I was looking at the episode thing just now.
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl. That's what it was. I probably could have just clicked on it on here and it probably would have came up. But so it says Joe's in 20 episodes in this show, and there's nobody else that is in more than 14 episodes. How the hell does that work? Candace is in 14, and she has the second most episode appearances.
Well, we didn't know.
Wait, how is she in 14 episodes, though? She's in that many flashbacks in the first season that she's in 14 episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's not that many, though, because she's in every episode except for one this season.
Yeah. Was she in 10 episodes? Or like 9 episodes?
Oh, maybe not. Wait, she is not in it right at the beginning. It's a few episodes
Yeah, it's a
before
couple
she comes
episodes.
in.
She's in like 8
And
or
then she's in
7.
the 7, maybe, I think, yeah. How many? Wait, there's 11, 10 episodes this season? 10.
Yeah.
So she's in like 7 of them, I think, maybe 6 or 7. And then she's in flashbacks a few times in the first season.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like 7 times in the first season she's in flashbacks. Or do they count the flashbacks at the beginning of this season too as her being in the episode? I guess they would.
Yeah, they would.
So she's in the first, at least the first episode, or maybe the second one too.
Yeah.
That's fucked. They give people episode credits for flashbacks.
Yeah. I mean, they technically did show up.
Yeah, but when he meets 40 for the first time, when he's first working in the bookstore,
Yeah.
He freaking comes off. He's like, "Oh, I got an idea for you," or whatever. He's like, "Get this shit out of here!" Like nobody, like he's just like he doesn't know a thing about books. He's like, "Oh, we need to put a projector here and like show the movie or whatever, show this movie or something."
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows stuff about movies, but he knows nothing about books.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's working in a bookstore and telling him to get the books off the table.
Yeah, and then he like looks up 40 and he knows like everything about him.
Yeah. Well, he had like what? Oh, geez, he was like a one-time like big hit independent director or something. Yeah. And then since then he hasn't had anything go.
Yeah,
right.
he just lived off like his parents' money.
Pretty much. And then he's been trying to get Henderson to play in a new script that he wrote or something.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason that he keeps going to all those parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's a drug
He's
an
addict,
alcoholic or drug addict?
Both.
He's both.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Jesus
That's a tough way to be.
That's a tough one.
You really can't. You can't even go out of your house in
Yeah.
LA to avoid drugs and alcohol. Dude.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah. How about freaking Julian Edelman?
Oh yeah,
He got arrested for jumping on the hood of somebody's car,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
When he's supposed to be having like surgery or something for some injury.
Jesus.
He must have been hammered or something, dude.
Probably didn't
jumping
feel
on
a thing or remember anything.
Probably. Or just roid rage fucking going off on somebody. He probably's roided off.
You think?
Huh?
He's not that big. He's like a small dude.
He's a pretty big dude for how small he is, though, I think.
You think? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
feel like that's pretty natural.
But yeah, all those. That's a Patriot way of keeping people's bodies out there.
It's steroids.
Brady's on HGH, make that. He's on the new breed of HGH, dude. The one that doesn't freaking destroy you after a while.
Shit, they shrunk his balls for sure.
He doesn't have it.
Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you're listening to the podcast, it would mean the world to us if you gave us a rate and review. Subscribe to the podcast as well, so you're first to know when we release new episodes. Be sure to download the podcast to help us out. If you're watching the podcast on YouTube, the full-length podcast is in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Check us out on all of our social media. Our Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all official SSOL. Again, that is OFFICIALSSOL. That is on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And you can find us at Secret Spice of Life on Facebook. Don't forget to check out our website and blog. New blog every Wednesday, and potentially some bonus blogs throughout each week. Be sure to check out our Patreon as well, because for 2019 and every year coming, we are going to monetize our Patreon for charity. So anything that is donated to our charity tier on there will be donated to a charity of your choosing or our choosing by the end of the year or every 6 months or so. But yeah, make sure to donate to that to give back to other people. And as always, have a positive and productive day.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.